Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So previously we have seen about the class variables, that basically what are class variables. We have seen this thing, right? So today we are going to see about the self and init. So basically self and init are called as the constructors. Now what do I just mean from this term, that is constructors? What can I say, that what is the definition for constructors? So just let me put a comment here, and here I would just write the firstly I would just let you know that what is a constructor. So giving arguments to a class is called as constructor. Okay, giving arguments to a class is called as constructor. So whenever we are giving any arguments to a class, whenever we are passing some arguments into the class, that is called as constructors. Now basically what do I just mean from the term that giving arguments to a class, that I would just show you with the help of an example. Okay, so for right now just pay proper attention towards the program which I am going to write now. Right, okay. So the first one is the self and second one is the init. We are going to discuss both of these today. Fine. So for that, what will be my first step? So if I'm just discussing about the classes, the first step would be to make a class. So I would be taking the same class which we have seen previously, so that you basically do not get confused in the term. So here I have taken the class that is student. I would come down. I would make the class variable. So here I would make my class variable as number of subjects, okay, which we have done previously. So that is equal to 5. Let's say I just assign it a value as 5. Now, what init and self, these two are the constructors, right? So when you just want to declare the init, so we write the def, okay? Def is the function, underscore underscore init. And whenever you will use the init function, self will automatically be passed inside that function. Okay, now just keep this thing in mind. Whenever you are making a class and inside that class you are using the constructor that is init, so basically self will automatically be passed as an argument, as a parameter inside the init function, right? I hope you are listening to me very carefully, so just listen it very carefully. I'm just again repeating, whenever you are going to make a class, so in that class basically what will happen, whenever you are just going to make the init function, so self will automatically be passed as an argument or basically as a parameter. Fine. This is about the init and the self functions, right? I would just come down here, and here itself I would just write some values, right? So here I would just give as a name, comma, a standard. Basically I'm just giving it of my choice, whatever you just want, that you can just give it. Okay, now here I have one more thing, one more question for you all, that basically let's say you have made a class that is a student, right? Now in that student class basically you want to enter the details for 10 students, okay, for 10 students. So what will you do? You will make the 10 objects. That is okay, till this point you can do. But what will you do when you need to write one dot name, one dot standard, one dot section, then two dot name, two dot standard, two dot section, moving towards the three, then four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10? Will you be able to do that thing? No, that is not possible, right? Through manually it is absolutely not at all possible. Okay, you can do it for 10. What about 20, 30, 40, 50? What about these numbers? So in that case, basically this self and init functions are used. And at that place, we basically use the constructors, right? Now, how to use that thing? That I am just showing you right now. Okay. So just have a little bit of patience that what I am doing it is just properly see towards it. Okay. And even here, I have passed name standard, and here I would just pass a section. Okay. Come down. Here I would just use myself. So whenever we just declare the self, okay, whenever we just like write the init function and use the self, like pass the parameter as the self, so we always use the self to access the parameters which are present inside the init function. So here I would just write self dot name. Self dot name is equal to a name. Okay, so whenever you just want to declare the name, so at that place you will write self dot name is equal to a name. Self dot standard is equal to a standard, this one. Okay, and at the third, self dot section is equal to a section. That is done, right? So till now I have made my class. I have used my init and my self functions. That is okay. Now I would just come down here. I have declared the name section and standard. Now if I just want to print all of these three, so in that case what I would be doing? So in that case I would be making one more function. Let's say that function is details. Now just pay attention, pay proper attention towards the screen. Here I have written def, then details. And as soon as I would just put the bracket, so self will automatically be passed inside that bracket. See, I put the bracket and self is automatically passed here because I have used my init constructor here. Fine. So in this case, I would simply use my print statement and I would just use the f string. So here I would just write, okay, I would just write name of the student is, and in the bracket what I would be passing? I would be passing self dot name because in that parameter only a name is stored, right? In this self dot name variable, this a name is stored and a name is one of the parameters which I have argument which I have passed inside my function. So whatever the value I would be writing for it, that would point to self dot name. So I would be writing self dot name inside the bracket. Okay, so here I would be writing self dot name. Okay, I would just put a space here. I would put a comma, and then the standard is, and again the bracket. So here it will be self dot standard, and at last, and the section is, and in the bracket it would be self dot section. Okay, so self dot section, right? So here I just completed the sentence. I would just come back down here. Now I would just come down and now I would make the object for my class. Now just pay attention towards it a little more. Let's say I made the object that is 1. Okay, I would use the name of my class, that is student. Now inside this student class, what I would be passing? I would be passing the name, the standard and the section. So now I need not to write one dot name, one dot standard, one dot section. I need not to do that thing. Simply I would make the object of the class which I want, and inside my brackets for the class I would be writing all the details. Now here these details. What the details which I'm going to write here, let's say that one is, first one is Ria, I would put a comma. First was name, second was standard, let's say 10th is the standard. Okay, and let's see the section, let's say section is A. Now where is this Ria pointing? This Ria is going and pointing to the A name. Okay, this A name is the one where this Ria is pointing, and that has been saved in self dot name. Okay, Ria has been now saved. Ria, the name that is here, that has been saved in the self dot name because self dot name is equal to A name, and the string which I have passed for the A name is Ria, so it is automatically been saved in self dot name and in the print statement which I have used in the details, right? So here self dot name is present, so at this place this will be override by the Ria. Fine. If I just want to make more objects, so what I would just do, I would just write 2 again, then I would again write the student class, and in the bracket I would again pass all the details whichever I want. This is the procedure. This one is easy, right? Now you just cannot do the previous thing for 20 or 50, but you can just do a little bit of thing for this one. This is much easier than the previous one. Okay, let's say I'm just making 2 here only. And now here in the print statement, if I just want to access the details, so I would just write print 1 dot details. Okay, now I would just run my program here for a while. So as soon as I just wrote print 1 dot details, so what it just let me go above now. Okay, so as soon as I just wrote that print the details for the 1. Okay, just let me come down here and show you that I had printed here print 1 dot details, right? As soon as I just do that, so it is giving me name of the student is Ria. So check, in 1 we have written the name as Ria. Fine. Come to the second. A comma, standard is 10. So in Ria we have entered the standard as 10. And for the third one, and the section is A. So for Ria, we have entered the section as A. Fine. This is basically how you can just access these like things. And here you, if you just want to access only one element, then also you can just do that. So I would just comment the above one for a while here. And here, let's say I want to access only one. I want to access only the name for the second object, where that is 2. So I would just write 2 dot name. And when I would just run this program, it will result me as the output as Seema. Right? So Seema is the name which is stored in the 2. Right? In the second object, Seema is the name that is stored. Fine. So this is basically how you can use the self and init functions. Now where I have made the constructor. Now just read the definition for constructor. Giving arguments to a class is called as constructor. And now check the line number 14 and line number 15. These two lines. Here what I am doing. Student is the name of my class, right? And inside that what I am passing? I am passing the arguments. So what I am doing? I am giving the arguments to a class, and basically this procedure is called what? This procedure is actually called as constructors, right? So I hope I just made this thing very clear to you about the constructors, about the self, and about the init functions, right? So I would just stop here for a while, and this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.